Once upon a time, in the grand kingdom of Elmswood, there lived a wise and benevolent king named King Leonard. He was loved by all his subjects for his fairness and kindness. King Leonard had a beautiful castle with lush gardens, where he often strolled to clear his mind and find inspiration. One sunny afternoon, while walking in the garden, King Leonard noticed a tiny sparrow struggling on the ground. The poor bird had a broken wing and seemed helpless. The king's heart filled with compassion, and he carefully picked up the fragile creature. He brought the sparrow into the castle and called for the royal healer. "Please take good care of this little bird," King Leonard said. The healer gently tended to the sparrow, bandaging its wing and placing it in a cozy, safe box. Days turned into weeks, and the sparrow slowly began to heal. During this time, the king visited the sparrow every day, bringing it crumbs of bread and speaking softly to it. The sparrow, sensing the king's kindness, began to trust him and chirped happily whenever he was near. Finally, the day came when the sparrow was strong enough to fly again. King Leonard carried it to the garden and opened his hands. The sparrow hesitated for a moment, then flapped its wings and soared into the sky, chirping joyfully. As the king watched the sparrow disappear into the horizon, he felt a deep sense of satisfaction. He knew he had made a difference, no matter how small. Just then, one of his advisors approached him with urgent news of a dispute in the kingdom. King Leonard handled the issue with his usual wisdom and fairness. Later that evening, as he sat down to reflect on the day's events, he realized something important. The small act of kindness he had shown the sparrow had also given him the clarity and peace he needed to govern his kingdom effectively. The next day, he called all his subjects to the castle courtyard and shared the story of the sparrow. "Sometimes it's the smallest acts of kindness that bring us the greatest rewards," he said. "In helping others, no matter how small, we find the strength and wisdom to face our own challenges." From that day on, the people of Elmswood were inspired by their king's words and deeds. They began to show more kindness and compassion towards each other, knowing that even the tiniest good deeds could have a significant impact. And so, the kingdom of Elmswood flourished, not just because of the wise and kind king, but because of the goodness that spread throughout the land. The moral of the story: acts of kindness, no matter how small, can make a big difference in the world and in our own lives.